Hi, I'm Annette and I head up Shackleton's M365 Academy. At the Academy, we're passionate about helping people feel confident and capable in their use of M365. Through the Academy, we provide engaging, practical training that empowers users to explore and adopt the full range of M365 apps that are available to them, and crucially, at their own pace and in ways that make sense for their roles. Our goal is to support individuals in building their digital confidence while at the same time helping organizations maximize the value of their investment. Whether it's mastering the basics or discovering new ways to collaborate and streamline work, the M365 Academy is here to guide and inspire. And welcome to today's webinar. In this session, I'll be showing you how to create a simple agent using Microsoft Copilot Studio. Now, I can't promise you any James Bond or Ethan Hunt, but I can show you how to build an agent that can help your HR team answer commonly asked questions 24/7 with absolutely no coding required. So, if you already know types of questions people are asking your HR team, you're halfway there. So, what exactly is an agent? Well, think of it as like a smart chatbot that lives inside of your M365. It can answer questions, it can guide people to resources, and help everyday HR tasks with just a few clicks. And the best part, you do not need to be a technical whiz to build one. So why use an agent in HR? Well, HR teams often get asked the same questions over and over again. How many how many days holiday do I have left? What's the remote working policy? What training is available to me? How do I access my payslips again? An agent can help answer these questions instantly, any time of the day, so your team can focus on what really matters. So let's imagine you have an agent called your HR Genie. It could answer frequently asked questions about leave, benefits, links to forms like claims expenses, direct new hires to induction materials, and help managers to quickly locate policy documents. Now, we're focusing on HR today, but you can build agents for any Microsoft 365 app, just like Excel or Outlook. So what you're going to need to get started in building your first agent? Well, first off, you'll need access to Copilot Studio. It's a good idea to have a list of your top 10 most frequently asked questions already noted down. You need to have links to all of the HR policies, forms, or documents that you would like your agent to source its knowledge from. And finally, around 20 or 30 minutes of your time to get started in building your first agent. So let's see how we go. Before we dive into how to build our agent, let's see what the finished agent can look like in action so you can see just how helpful and easy it is to use. Users can either select from one of the pre-built prompts available, or they can type a question in their own language, just like they would ask a colleague. For example, what are my normal hours of work? Then we'll ask the agent. The agent understands these prompts and responds instantly with clear, helpful answers. It can also include links to documents, forms, or even SharePoint pages so users can get exactly what they need right when they need it. So you don't need any special commands or keywords. Just ask the question the way you'd normally say it, and the agent takes care of the rest. To build an agent, you start by deciding what you want it to do and giving it a name. For example, our HR guide will welcome new employees. It can answer their questions. It can share company resources with them. It can direct them to any relevant training. We also need to define how the agent should behave. How is it going to communicate with the users? So we want it to be professional, but at the same time, we want it to be friendly and we want it to provide clear and detailed answers. If the agent doesn't know something, it can always suggest asking a manager instead. So to create an agent, let's start by opening up Copilot and looking for Create Agent in the left panel. This opens up a light version of Copilot Studio where we can see any of our previous agents and we can create new ones. There are two ways we can build our agent: describe and configure. We're going to start by describing what we want our agent to do. And you'll see that agent will guide you through the process of building your agent, or we can try one of the pre-built templates. And there's quite a few of them to look through. So here we're going to start by defining the purpose of the agent. And this is where we're going to tell our agent it's designed to support employees, how it's going to support them. So we're just going to type away what we would like our agent to do and what the purpose of our agent is. So it's a good idea to give as much detail as possible as we can here. Now, as we've done that, we click send. Over on the right hand side, we'll see it's come up with the prompts and a description of what our agent's purpose is. Now, let's give it a name. Now, it will suggest a name, but you can choose a name that best suits your agent. Now, here we're going to define how the agent will behave. So this is how it's going to communicate. And we're also going to ask it to pop in a few prompts here into the home screen of our agent. So it's just a couple of questions that we'd like to be shown on the home screen. And we'll click send. There we go. And as we scroll down, we'll see the questions that we've just asked Copilot to pop in our home screen. Now we're asked if we'd like to add any publicly accessible sources for our agent. So do we want to add any websites or anything like that just now? Well, we don't. So we're just going to tell Copilot not at this time. There we go. Then we're asked if there are any modifications. Well, not particularly, but I may want to add in a few more prompts to the home screen. So I've just gone ahead and done that, and that'll take a second or two to think about that. And there we go. There's added the few extra prompts to our home screen. Just taking a second, then we'll go to create. And that's just taken a minute or two. Now we're going to go to agent. And this is where we can see what our agent looks like. So we can see some of the questions. Now, at this time, there's nothing there to tell Copilot where to look for the information that it's going to source its replies from. So we need to go over to the left-hand side, select Edit, and this is going to open up the Configure. Now, this is where we can see our name. We can also add an icon to the agent if we wish to. It's got the description. It comes down, it shows us the instructions that we've given Copilot, so how it should interact with our users. There we go. And now is where we select the information that we want our Copilot to source its responses from. So this section, we can either provide a link to a SharePoint site. We're just going to search for some files that we've got stored locally. There we go. And we have our document library and we have our Crum & Co associates. There we go. And there's the documents I want to source. So I'm just going to select all of them and insert them. There you'll see the files have appeared. And we can add to these or delete as necessary. Now below that, I'm just going to come down a little bit more, and there are our prompts. So we can add to these, we can delete them, we can edit them to suit our agent as we go on. So once we're happy with everything, we're just going to select update. This might take a minute or two, but once it's done, we can then go in and we can test out our agent. So let's just wait. There we go. We'll go to agent. And there we are. We have our agent on with our prompts on our home screen. And this time we can select any of the prompts, ask Copilot, and within seconds, Copilot will come up with the answers to questions, as well as any links to the resources that it sourced its information from. And there we go. And then we can interact and communicate with Copilot just as you would do any time else. You've just seen how easy it is to build an agent from scratch. You don't need to be technical, just start with what you already know. Start off by writing 10 of the most frequently asked questions. Keep the language simple and natural. Make sure answers are short, but also provide links to more information. And ask for feedback to improve the use over time for everybody. So why not give it a go today? Feel free to get in touch and let me know how you're getting on. Many thanks for watching.